You don't start to feel it in the beginning stages because they hover around the same time as the Team Sonic stages, but Rail Canyon is when it starts to get a little fun. And by that I mean they like extending the gameplay way past its limits. Mwahaha. What is Omega gonna say? It's not an Eggman robot. Alright, this mystifies me. Oh. Ha! Yeah, what's up? What's going on? Alright. Back up. Oh yeah, Metal Sonic again. What's up? Anyway. Great plot segue, Sega. Great job. They should call you Segaway. Am I right? I've lost my mind. I can't think. For those of you that don't understand what the fuck just happened, along with a lot of 10-year-olds that didn't understand what the fuck just happened, Shadow found a robot of himself in the wreckage. Here's the great part. We never fought a Shadow robot. So did Eggman have these on standby, or was this, you know, a last-minute decision, or did he have them in storage? I mean, they show up in Shadow the Hedgehog. That's another thing. They show up in Shadow the Hedgehog, and in Shadow the Hedgehog, Shadow is confused when he first sees the robot. So, yeah. There's also going to be another thing later in this story where more 10-year-olds are confused. This game's not meant for 10-year-olds because of most of the plot bullshit that it pulls. Oh yeah, turtle. I killed the turtle. Dead. Now he's dead. Upstairs. Man, I'm hungry. I have some of my soda left, but that's not gonna fill me up. I should go out and get a donut. Boop, boop. Alright, there we go. Alright, hello, Mr. Froggy. There you go. Thank you for your help in the rainforest. No problem, man. If you see Big, don't tell him where I am. Don't tell me where it is. Don't tell me where it is. Want it to be a surprise. I got this.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here. Great. Useless heaps of metal. What? That's not nice, Shadow. I mean, they still got feelings. That's just not nice. Level up. Great. I can't think. It's done. I'm done. I'm dead. I'm dead. This game killed me. I'm full on dead. No! You sneaky little bitch. Alrighty. Okay, keep going. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep going. Keep going. You like it. You love it. You die. Please die. Thank you. Die for the cause. Thank you very much. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. So yeah, we're back in Frog Forest. So Frog Forest, again, is one of my favorite stages, and I guess Team Dark's Frog Forest is pretty cool. Anyway, so that's going to be fun. Lost Jungle is going to be a different issue. Again, that's this game. The whole point of this game, the whole purpose of this game, is trying to kill you. And again, not like the obstacle kind of thing where it's just like, oh, obstacle's in your way, but you got a pretty good chance of dodging it. No, that's not how it is. It's like this game is proactively, aggressively trying to kill you. All the time. Because there's constantly shit in the way, and you can't change character when I'm trying to fucking... No, shit. Getting real tired of your crap, Shadow. Power, great. I got the power. Do you got the power? Is this where someone caught the planet? Ted Turner. I don't know. I'm running on empty again. This game killed me. I'm dead. I'm gonna go to my grave as a ghost and be like, hey, what's up? That's what I liked about Merge Still Suspect. It was pretty cool because there's some jokes done, you know, with like ghost investigators and actual ghosts being there. It was pretty funny, actually. I liked it. Rouge, just stop talking. Yeah! Yeah! There we go. Thanks. Rouge, just keep quiet. I don't need your input. I can't kill him. Alright. Again, I like the song, I like the stage, it's pretty cool. Okay, this is gonna be a bit weird of a question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. So, did you guys ever, you know, eat, you know, have some kind of, you know, schedule when you had to eat? Like, whenever you were eating something and you ate it most of the time, you know, most of the days you ate the same thing at the same time. Like, at work, you eat the same thing for lunch, basically. And have you ever been, listening to a song or, you know, reading a book at the same time, and mistaken the taste of this actual thing, like, oh, this tastes like a sandwich, to the thing you were actually listening to or reading? Because I've done that. What I mean is, alright, so I'm getting sick of that, Lance. I really am. This isn't funny rage anymore. It's complete rage. I just want to be done with everything, but the game is trying to kill me. Anyway, anyway, so at work, whenever I had a lunch break, whenever that fucking came around, because I usually wait a few hours, and then it's like, oh, you got about an hour till the end of your shift. You want to take your lunch break? Yeah? Great? Great. Yeah, great. I fucked up the line, man. No one's gonna have me. Hollywood's gonna ignore me. I'm gonna be stuck in shock now pandemic. Alright, anyway, what is with this flower's going insane? Anyway, so during my lunch break, I would usually read a book and listen to some music, and I usually had the same thing. Sometimes I switched up, but for the most part, I had sushi. And even though it was pretty expensive, it filled me up and it made me ready for the rest of the shift, and that worked. But it came to the point because I was reading Dracula, and it's a great book. Like, I like reading a lot of classics. Like, I read during my lunch break, I managed to read all of Dracula and Robin Hood, and Robin Hood, very different than the Disney interpretation. What I mean by that is that you know the usual story of you know, Robin Hood steals from the rich and gives to the poor. You know, that kind of gusto, kind of justice. About half of that is right. He steals from the rich. Actually, back up. He steals from the rich whose riches were unrightfully gained. That was his whole deal. So that's pretty much as far away as what people interpreted it. Because usually people like, oh, steal from the rich, give to the poor, you know, that's how it should be in economics. And that's how most people believe, you know, the Robin Hood kind of thing. But Robin Hood stole, he was a thief for thieves. That's basically how he worked. He stole from people who basically had either higher taxes, stole money from someone else, and that. He used his abilities to get money back, basically. Also, he didn't give shit to the poor. No, you know what he gave to the poor? Him not stealing their crap. Robin Hood was a full-blooded thief. I mean, he was married at the same time, and his character was actually really, really good. There's this one chapter specifically, and this I reference constantly whenever someone tries to go with the, oh, you gotta steal from the rich and give to the poor, that's how it should be, the fucking rich, blah, 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 blah. You know, that kind of thing. Whenever someone tells me that, you know, references Robin and everything, I reference this one chapter in Robin Hood, which is where Little John becomes one of the soldier men for the sheriff. Sheriff is still a dick, though, so I'll give it that. But anyway, D rank, great, that's so good. Fuck. Anyway, so I'm trying to back up. So in Robin Hood, okay, trying to back up. This is where Little John goes to become a soldier, or a fighter rather, for the sheriff of Nottingham. And for no reason, really. He's just like, oh, time to fuck around a little bit. And This is gonna be a long thing, but it's Lost Jungle. Who cares? It's the same thing except more annoying. Anyway, back to my story because it's much more interesting. Rather the story of Robin Hood. Basically, he goes in the soldier ship of Sheriff of Nottingham, and then he meets this one servant. And Little John, you know, he has the thing, you know, for some reason the sheriff doesn't recognize Little John, even though he's Robin Hood's right-hand man. And in this point of the story, Robin Hood has screwed over the sheriff so many times. Now, the ending was actually pretty gruesome, but that doesn't matter. So he meets one of the servants, and since Little John is used to, you know, merriment and eating whenever he wanted, he was hungry. So he was like, all right, time to eat some shit. And then he goes to the pantry, and the servant's like, hey, don't do that. And Little John's like, yeah, fuck you. Oh wait, no, this is what happens. Little John wakes up, and there's that horn indicating that he needs to go and meet up with the sheriff and do his regular duties. He wakes up, decides not to do that because he's fucking Little John. Oh, dude, is Vine? Where's this going? Fucking no way, apparently. Great.
Just like the actual Vine, you know, they don't go anywhere. It's full of assholes now.
Anyway. So he wakes up, decides not to go to the sheriff, and then a servant catches him, and he's like, hey, you're supposed to go to the sheriff. The horn was sounding. Go. And he's like, fuck you. And then he's hungry, so goes to the pantry. The servant's like, hey, go meet the sheriff. And then Little John beats the shit out of him. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of innocence in Robin Hood, but, you know, it's a great story. I love Robin Hood to death. But anyway, so afterwards, this chef pops out, and he's like, hey, stop fucking around here. And then they're about to fight, you know, with swords and everything. And Little John's like, hold on. We're in the kitchen right now. This pantry's pretty full. You want to eat before we actually fight? Chef's like, what? And he's like, well, you know, you got a lot of food here, and, you know, I hate to spoil it, or worse, you know, knock it over and, you know, make it useless, you know, during our fight. Man, I would hate that. So, do you want to just eat this, and then we'll try to kill each other? And Chef's like, alright. And then they eat, and they're talking, just like, you know, just talking like, you know, how's the weather? You know, the weather's been pretty fun today. And, you know, that kind of dialogue. And then they stop eating, and then they start fighting. So it's just like, alright, you know, a lot of people just like, alright, I can have some fun, but I still gotta beat the crap out of you. So then the fight stops. No one gets hurt. I think, actually, Little John gets a little bit hurt. The chef's this big, burly dude. So Little John's like, hey, you're a pretty good fighter, and you can, actually, no. They don't fight in terms of actual physicality. They fight in terms of eating. So they eat the most they can, and so the chef can gull it away a lot. So so the chef can gull it away a lot, and then hit the game. You're great.